What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today I got another champions team for you. And I will preface this, it's really bad. Do not play this, but it's funny. Anywho, sorry for the no face cam today. I look like crap. Anyways, we're gonna move on. This team basically abuses Hawlucha, Mega Hawlucha's no guard ability by entraining it onto Excadrill with one-hit KO moves. It's the most gimmicky team I think I've ever played, and it's pretty terrible. But anyways, I got 3 games for you today. Let me go ahead and give you the lowdown. You can see the stats here, but we got our Excadrill. I ran Mold Breaker, but you could run the Sand Rush in case you don't get the entrainment off. Got 2 different one-hit KO moves, then Iron Head and Horsepower for basics. Moving on, the Mega Hawlucha. It does have no guard when it Mega Evolves. We got Flying Press for stab. We got Rock Slide, then Protect for doubles things. Then we got our Toxapex for just general bulkiness. It's got Liquidation, Recover, Poison Jab, and Toxic because my brain works too much on singles. But I mean, it could work. Yeah, right? Then we got a Choice Scarfed Hydreigon, and it's got, Snarl to decrease special attack, then Heat Wave, Draco Meteor, Dark Pulse for basic stab and stuff. Then we got our Adamant Tyranitar. It's got the Choppleberry, in case it gets hit by a fighting move, with Rock Slide, Earthquake, Knockoff, Ice Punch. You could probably replace either the Rock Slide or the Ice Punch with Protect. And when I say you could, you probably should. Anyways, moving on, and last but not least, we got our shiny Sylveon with Pixelate. I don't know why I have Baton Pass, but it could be fun. Anyways, got Moonblast Substitute and Calm Mind with Pixelate. Honestly, this should be Hyper Voice. I should have made this Hyper Voice. Anyways, I'll make sure I change that before I use this Sylveon again. But we're going to go ahead, and I got 3 battles for you today. One's relatively short. The other 2 are decently long. And I will let y'all know that I will be putting games where I lose. I'm not like, I don't care if I lose. I don't care if the team doesn't work. If it's a gimmicky team, I want you to see it not work so you don't go waste your money or waste your time making it. But anyways, it's still fun to watch, so we're going to head into the battles and see you over there. All right, guys, this is game 1. Like I said, we got our Excadrill Hawlucha combo that we're going for, and I'm seeing on the other side, I see a Blastoise, Oranguru, just stuff that I don't really see other than the Sinistcha and the Oranguru. So, like, I'm thinking about that Blastoise from the other video that had Water Spout, and obviously the Oranguru has Instruct, so I'm not feeling confident about this with our Sand team. I know we have some sorts of defense with the Sand and the special defense boost, but anyways, we're moving on into the game. We're going to see what they start off with. Snorlax and Oranguru, so they're more than likely going to Trick Room. So I'm like, we got to take care of that Oranguru. How do we get rid of it? So obviously, I immediately entrainment. I use a one-hit KO move on the Oranguru because that's the thing that's the most logical and exactly what should happen. I am a little bit worried about a high horsepower from the Lax, but I know I'm going to at least outspeed. I have the Focus Sash. I'm going to one-hit KO the Oranguru. And the next turn I'm going to go after the Snorlax. Just because I feel like that would work. And I don't want them to get their Trick Room up, and that's what Oranguru is for. So I Fissure, it hits. And yeah, no more Oranguru. Bye-bye. No one needs ya. No one likes ya. Get out of here. Out of here. So next turn, we're obviously going to hit the Snorlax. They just Rock Slide us. Not a big deal. Doesn't do a lot of damage. And anyways, so we're waiting on him to throw out his next Mon. And they forfeit. They cannot deal with getting one shot by the Excadrill. This is the only game I win. All right, we are in game 2, and I'm going to be honest. The more I play champions, the more I realize I don't exactly know what to bring. I'm more of a singles player, but you know, we're doing our best to learn. We're trying. We're trying. We're trying. So I'm gonna lead off with the Tox and the Tyranitar, and then have the guys in the back. I don't know if this is the best thing to do, but I do see the Frostlass and I do see the Zard. So if anything, I probably should have left the Tyranitar in the back, so I could potentially get the sand up after they put their weather up. But you know, hindsight's 2020, and I'm pretty bad at picking mons. Plus, they didn't even start with it, so I'm like, okay, this is interesting. I mean, immediately like, well, I got type advantage. I can just Toxic the Dragonite. Not a big deal. This is going to be, like, I'm feeling like it's going to be a slow game. So I knock off the Basculegion. I'm not stressed. But also, I'm not, like, looking forward to it because obviously the team's not good. But, anywho. So they end up using Tailwind to get speed. We got a bunch of slow mons anyway. And they wave crest the Tyranitar. I'm going to be honest. I did not think that would one-shot. I had a feeling it was going to wave crash. I did not think that it would one-shot my Tyranitar. I had no idea that Basculegion was that powerful. But you know what? Now I do. The red ones use wave crash, and they hurt. So we continue. They get their lefties. We get our lefties. The Dragonite's going to take poison damage. So I'm not quite sure what to do. So I'm just going to throw in the Hawlucha. And I'm obviously going to Mega. And I think I try to poison the Basculegion. Yeah. Because, you know, I just want to get them all poisoned. So I protect and I Mega because I don't want to take no damages. So he withdraws D-Knight and throws out the Frostlass. So I know the snow is coming at some point. I'm not really worried about it with the Tox because it resists, but it's super effective on both my Hawlucha, and it'll probably do quite a bit of damage on my Exca. So the Frostlass immediately becomes a thing, and thankfully they missed. I mean, I protected on the Hawlucha, so the Zen Headbutt didn't do much. We poisoned the Basculegion. I'm a little confused why they didn't Zen Headbutt the Toxapex because it's weak to Psychic, but whatever. I guess Hawlucha's more of a threat. So we're doing all the post-turn stuff. You know, this is faster than it is in previous games, but it still takes a bit of time. All right, so I'm just going to start liquidating the Frostlass because I feel like that'll be enough after the Rock Slide. Forgetting that Snow does give you a buff for your defense. So they get their stuff up. They Blizzard, does a lot of damage, and it one-shots Hawlucha. Nowhere in my dreams did I ever think it would one-shot Hawlucha, but now I know. I mean, the more you know, the more you learn. Then he's in Headbutt, not a big deal. And, of course, it would not be Karax games if I didn't get flinched. Or haxed. Or something. Alright, so we're down 2-4. And we got our Excadrill out. So we know Excadrill will live at least once. So I recover on Tox because I'm just going to let the poison whittle down. And I Ironhead the Frostlass because I might not outspeed. I might have thought I was going to outspeed. But, you know, it is what it is. We're waiting for the thing. And if you can hear my cat meowing in the background, I apologize. I locked him out of the office because he was jumping all over everything. So they blizzard. It does not knock me down to my sash, so I'm not exactly upset. I'm pretty happy about it. He's in Headbutts. I survive on 3. Hopefully I don't get flinched with the Zen Headbutt. Ironhead does not, in fact, one-shot the Frostlass. Oh, goodness. So I recover. Get a lot of that HP back. So their Tailwind petered out. I forgot they had a Tailwind up. I'm going to be super honest. That's probably why they outsped. So I assume I'm going to outspeed this time. Famous last words. And I do. Bunk. So there goes the Frostlass. We've managed to knock out one of their Mons. And you know what? If you want to say hacks for hacks because I got a crit when they had 2% HP left, you know what? Do your thing. And I recovered again. So I'm feeling okay at this point. I don't feel great, but I don't feel terrible. Because I know the poison's going to dwindle down the Vascular Legion. I'm not exactly worried about it. He Phantom Forced. I know I outspeed. I don't know who he's attacking. I'm just low-key hoping it's the Tox, but, you know. It is what it is. So now I just start poison jabbing the Dragonite because we got to do something. Bunk. And he Tailwinds again. So Phantom Force doesn't do a lot of talks. I mean, he should be Zen headbutting it, so I still don't know why he did that. Zen headbutt twice would have done more damage than a single Phantom Force. What if I double protected that turn? Might have been what he thought I was gonna do, but either way, Vascular Legion gets knocked down. So now we are at 2-2 with a poison Dragonite, but he has Tailwind up. So I'm not feeling terrible. I'm not feeling good, but I'm not feeling terrible. So I go for a Toxic because I know that Goodra does a good amount of damage, but I'm gonna try to Ironhead. I do remember they have Tailwind up, but I do resist Dragon. I resist E-Speed, so I don't really think the... But then there's a Fire Blast. And he doesn't miss the Fire Blast. So Excadrill goes down. Now I'm very stressed. He thunders the Tox. I'm not really worried about it. It's not stab. But then it did lots of damages because Goodra's not that powerful. So had that Fire Blast or that Thunder missed, I would be in an okay spot regardless. Like, because now I can just spam Reflect. In my head, he's doing a bunch of missable moves. So he has one turn left on the D-Knight. And if I recover, if I get a recover off, I'm in a good shape. This is by no means lost yet. So, I know it's asking for a lot. You're asking the world to be nice to you for Pokemon hacks. So, D-Meteor, and he misses. And then the next one, and he manages to land it. Obviously, that's going to knock out our talk. So, we lose game 2. Had I led Lucha Entrainment, I probably would have done better, but I think I get in my head too much when it comes to picking Mons. Anyways, we're going to go to game 3. Alrighty, we are in game 3, and I immediately am not wanting to repeat the same mistake by not going for Entrainment turn 1. So I grabbed the T-Tar, I grabbed the goods, I grabbed the Entrainment boys, and I'm going. I do see the Rain team, and I do see the Archaludon, I do see the Bascu Legion, you know, because Pokemon players are so creative, and they use so many different Mons instead of, you know, whatever. Anyways, moving on from that, we are getting into the match. I just zoned out. Sorry. They lead Pelipper Bascu Legion, so we know that the Bascu Legion is going to one-shot my Hawlucha. We know it has the ability to move quicker, but I'm going to go for it anyway, because what if he goes for my Excadrill instead of my Lucha? What if? And we know the Pelipper is probably going to Tailwind or something like that, so I'm not really worried about the Pelipper. Anyways, we Mega Evolve. We're going to Entrainment because we're assuming it's going to hit the Excadrill. And I assumed wrong. Knocks out Hawlucha. So now I'm using a 30% accurate move. And it's just, you know, if it hits, it will be the most glorious day. And look at that, it hits. We actually get the Fisher off. But that's not something I'm going to risk twice in a game. But I did manage to go 1-1 this first turn. He hits with the Hurricane. I don't remember if he confuses. It would not surprise me if he does. No, okay, cool. Wouldn't have surprised me. So I'm going to throw out the Tyranitar to get rid of the Rain, which is what I should have done last turn. But I would have lost the Tyranitar if I had switched out in the Tyranitar, because it's still one-shots with Wave Crash. So, I don't know. Now they have Arcaludon, and I'm like, welp. Now I'm giving them some buffs. So I just high horsepower. Honestly, I should have just started trying to have fun and fishered it, but, you know. I was trying to play. I was trying to maybe win. I have horsepower. It does a good amount. He gets a stamina boost. And flash cannons. For having a special defense buff, that did a lot of damage, to be completely honest. I get my Rock Slide off, and I'm hoping for a flinch, because that would be cool. You know, just to make it better. And I didn't get it. So now they got a Tailwind up. Oh, we're having a good time. This is the best. So now we're going to high horsepower the Arcaludon again, just for the knockout. And I think I just Rock Slide. I can't remember. Maybe I knock off because I don't want to miss. No, I Rock Slide. So we know they're going to outspeed. I'm also pretty sure the Tyranitar gets knocked out. Boom. Yep. And the Arcaludon, I believe, goes down this turn to the high horsepower as well. Yep. So we're down 2-2. I believe he Hurricaned. No, he Ice Beamed, so he didn't miss. Makes sense. Makes sense. We live it. It's fine. It's not stab. It's not a big deal. Pelipper's not that strong. So we throw out Hydreigon, and Hydreigon is Choice Scarfed. So I assume that I'm going to be able to outspeed with the Choice Scarf. Little do I know. So I high horsepower the Excadrill because it's super effective. And then I think about Heat Waving, and I change my mind because I'm Scarfed. And if I Heat Wave, I would... It would be not very effective on the Pelipper, so it wouldn't have been a smart move. But also, I realized at this point that Excadrill is very likely either Sand Rush or Scarfed. So I do a little bit more than 50%, and he Ice Beams my Hydreigon. Again, it's not stab, it's not something I worry about. And I did outspeed the Pelipper. So if they are Scarfed, and I knock out this Pelipper, I win. If they are not Scarfed, I lose. So it just kind of depends on what item they have in the Excadrill. And they Earthquake again, because they are more than likely Scarfed. Either that or they're stupid. I don't believe they're stupid, but they are Scarfed. So I lied at the beginning. We actually do go 2-1. So we get the Dark Pulse off. And next turn, we're going to Depulse, and they're going to Earthquake. And we're going to get our second win. They also lose the Tailwind. I think he still outspeeds. And that's how I got confirmation. that he was scarfed. I cannot remember. Yeah. See, we're both scarfed. So I got real lucky that he was scarfed. So we went 2-1 with a gimmicky team. We could have won the third game had some hacks kind of gone a little bit more in my favor if they would have missed some of those low moves, but whatever. You don't play Pokemon for that. You play Pokemon because it's fun. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed the video. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.